Why is this sudden change? Why are we transforming more towards the AI?
Google give me the 10 different kind of data to me. Which data I should rely? Chat GPT, it will give you the single solution. Everyone want their data to be always private. They are creating a fake video, right? And my voice, your voice can be duplicated.
Yes, deepfake is a classic example.
Deepfake is a classic example.
Tesla is known for using AI techniques. Yeah, they have also now we don't need drivers to drive that car. So do you think that is safe and we are giving more power to AI?
It will take maybe another 5 years to mature this technology.
How can technology help in solving these critical issues in India?
3 years back from now, one person came and he was complaining there is a pain in his stomach. He has seen the report and then he told that no, it looks very fine. He has given prescribed some medicine. He went. 10 months later again he came and told no, still I think the problem is there. Doctor told that it might be psychological effect of that person. He has seen the report. He told that very confidently, no, you are very much fine. Third year what happened that the person came, he had a second stage of cancer. So the next decade will be the data driven decade.
Hello and welcome. On today's podcast, we have someone who's very special and who deals with Gen AI powered solutions, cloud implementations, and VDI interfaces. And we are going to decode all of these tech heavy terms with him. But first, join me in welcoming Mr. Rajeev Ranjan Kumar to our show. Hello, sir. Namaste.
Thank you for this. बहुत अच्छे.
पहले all मैंने जैसे introduction में बोला, we have all these tech heavy terms. And we might be using it on our daily life, maybe chat GPT or other parts of it or other aspects of it, but we don't really know what these terms are. And I think companies like yours are using this very effectively. Why is this sudden change in transforming our local or what we used to use? Why are we transforming more towards the AI or Gen AI power solutions? Why?
Yeah, thanks. It's very good question. Thank you for that. See, the entire industry, right? Entire industry is changing towards the convergence of text, video, and image, right? If you take human is also having some kind of a artificial intelligence, right? As soon as we get the knowledge, our intelligence gets increased. Okay, so what happened in the last 3 years? New models came into the picture. That model has been trained with the multiple kind of a different knowledges. It could be a text knowledge, it could be a video knowledge, it could be a audio knowledge, and everything got converged into a single model. Okay, and that has created a dynamic in the market. Okay, everyone is looking for how we can utilize this new technology, right? And that is helping also industry to create a new kind of applications like chat GPT you told, right? Let us take the example. Let's say I have to search in the Google, right? Google give me the 10 different kind of a data to me, right? Which data I should rely, right? But if you similar things, if you search in chat GPT, it will give you the single solution.
Right.
So that is the biggest difference. Precise answer to the question.
And time saving?
Yes, and that's saving your time, that's saving your productivity, increasing the productivity, correct? So that created a dynamics in the market to adopt this technology, because everyone is looking for effective, efficient way to use the technology, and that is what our generative AI is trying to do that.
I'd also want to know from you, like I said, Gen AI powered solutions, cloud implementations, or VDI interfaces. How are these interrelated and different in ways? Can you please explain? Yeah.
See, the AI is having a 3 different kind of area, right? One is the infrastructure, right? So to run the AI model, you need a huge infrastructure, and cloud is serving that purpose. If I have to set up the infrastructure, it takes a huge capex from me, capital investment, right? That may not be possible for each and everyone. Let's take a small industry, right? They cannot invest to have a Gen AI powered hardware. But cloud is changing that. They can go and use that pay as you go, and that is helping them to start using this technology. So this once this technology came, cloud become more effective, right? And once this become more effective, it's also helping that to develop a new kind of application, right? Even a student can go and subscribe in the cloud, and they can directly start using that pay as you go. See, if I pay, I can use that. The day I want to stop, I can stop it. So that is creating a huge, I can say, transformation in the market. So Gen AI is not only alone creating this entire digital transformation, right? Gen AI is powered by cloud because it's easily accessible, right? From anywhere you can access. It doesn't require that I have to sit in my office and then only I can access. And VDI is changing that the access point. You can access the device from any device, right? From anywhere. So these things are now correlated to each other, right?
While we are fastly moving towards these technologies, what are the main challenges that one organization or a system entirely had to go through to achieve that level of accuracy?
A very good question. I think this is the current challenge in the market, right? So the biggest challenge is the data privacy. Okay, right? So let us take example of healthcare system, right? Everyone want their data to be always private. No one want their data to be exposed to any of the public system, right? So if you are using this AI system or chat GPT, anything, it should not be having any kind of a leakage of the data when you are going to use in the health system. Similarly, let's say we are using in any of the industry, right? Let us take a automobile industry. They are working on some kind of a new technology, right? So their data are more, I can say, secret than the any other things. Other than that, what will happen that their competitor will come. They will know that what is happening, and that data leakage will create a huge harm to their next market strategy, right? So data privacy is the biggest concern, right? Second thing is the ethical uses of this AI, right? When I say ethical uses, there is multiple things are there, right? Let's take any kind of a usage, like they are creating a fake video, right? And my voice, your voice can be duplicated.
Yes, deepfake is a classic example.
Deepfake is a classic example. So that ethical usage is another challenge, right? Auditing and tracking that, okay, how this AI is being used, right? Governance of that, right, is a very challenging things. Okay, and the third thing is the hallucination. So, okay, hallucination is a things like that. It looks like it's a correct, but really it is not correct. Okay. So that is the biggest challenge of the current our model, right? So for example, if I ask that, okay, how to use let's say particular model GPT 4.0, okay, it will give me 5 steps, but in that 5 steps, one step might be wrong, and if you follow that step, that might create a problem. Okay, so that looks like the statement looking like it's really correct, but practically it is not correct. So hallucination, and it will be having a greater impact if you are going to use in the healthcare, because one step create a disaster in the healthcare, right? Let's say you are using the same thing for your automotive car. One step or one liner can create a bigger challenge in the driving, right? Let's say you have to go left and you say that right, you might be moving to somewhere else, right? So one single statement that might looking like the right things, but perfectly it is not right. That is the hallucination is the another challenge.
I like how you brought that up because Tesla is known for using AI techniques. Yeah, they have also now we don't need drivers to drive that car. So do you think that is safe and we are giving more power to AI?
Yeah, they are still testing. Okay, the adoption rate is still less, right? The biggest challenge is these things, right? The reliability of the data, right? Because your model is trained with the data, right? How much reliable is that, right? So that is the one thing, right? So and the decision making, right? So your decision is taken by the model, right? you don't know that, okay, when it can create a problem, right? So hallucination, I told the word, right? It might be looking like correct, but practically it may not be correct, right? So there is a challenge. That is why adoption rate is very less.
Which is why, and my next question to you is on the same lines, because there are fear amongst humans or professionals that will AI replace us? And I think when it comes to these critical points, I think AI still has to go a long way, because eventually, when you mentioned hallucination, we still have to cross check the data that AI has given us, right? So I think we still have a long way to go. So what would you say to the people who are scared or feared that AI might replace us? Is it going to happen in a near future?
Yeah, certain extent, yes, but it will limit it to some of the areas, right? Let us take the example of documentation and technical publications, right? So generative AI is trained with the huge amount of data. It can generate better text than the person who is writing the technical document, right? There the challenge is there. Okay. Second challenge is a coding, right? So the coding will become the coder, right? Everyone wanted to become a computer engineer, and the objective is that I will go and code it.
Yes.
Okay. In the industry. So the challenge will come that it will be generated by the chat GPT kind of things. Still, I can say the reliability may not be there. Okay, maybe 70% reliability, but that is going to reduce the number of people required in the market. But still, human in the loop will be there. You cannot remove the HLT, right? Human in the loop. Human in the loop is required. Maybe it will take maybe another 5 years to mature this technology, and then probably we have to see that really it is going to do the things what human was doing. Practically no, right? Because at the end the human take the decision based on the certain things what he take a random decision, may not be his knowledge also, right? So that kind of things will take time for AI to really learn, right? And all these technology challenges what we talked about, right? Accuracy of the data, what has been trained. So garbage in, garbage out will be there. If you have not trained the model with the right data, it will always give you the wrong data. So garbage in, garbage out challenge is still there. So we cannot say that it will be replacing entirely the people, but yeah, certain area it will replace. Maybe the current demand is, let's say, 1,000 of the engineer per day to do some coding. It will be done by maybe 700 engineers. So 20-30% maybe reduction will be there, but not more than that.
Yeah. So it might sound funny to you, but I have a way of describing this situation. I think AIification of human has happened, but the humanification of AI is still a long way to go.
That's correct. You describe very right way.
That's how I curated it to understand it myself, right? But then, does it hamper the creativity of a human? Because you said that we go to AI or ChatGPT for even tiniest of things. I take my example. Last time when I got the medical report, and before going to the doctor, I just for fun I uploaded it on ChatGPT to just see how accurate it can be, and it was somewhat accurate. So it's just an example, but people go to ChatGPT or AI for their solution. So do you think it will hamper the creativity also?
No, I will tell you one example, right? I was attending one summit, Telangana government summit. One of the well-known doctor of gastroenterology came. What he was giving one example, what happened, 3 years back from now, one person came and he was complaining there is a pain in his stomach. Okay, so doctor told go and do all kind of investigations and all. He has seen the report, and then he told that no, it looks very fine. He has prescribed some medicine. He went like 8, 9 months, 10 months later again he came and told still I think the problem is there. I'm not feeling very comfortable sometime. Then doctor told that it might be psychological effect of that person. Then he told okay, he has written some more prescribed diagnostic for him. He went there, he did all these things, he came back, he has seen the report, he told that very confidently, no, you are very much fine. Third year what happened, that the person came and he told that no, still I have a problem. When he went and again asked to go for a diagnostic, he had a second stage of cancer. second stage of cancer. Okay, he was feeling guilty. The reason that, okay, the person has came 3 times to him, and he was not able to diagnose that, okay, he is developing that thing. Then he was feeling guilty, and then he told his person to give him all the whatever the current application he have, which is based on the artificial intelligence. He uploaded the entire data. The first year data was showing that there is a probability of 50% cancer happens after 2 to 3 years. Second year data was telling that 70% probability is there that he will be diagnosed with cancer in the next 1 year. So he was surprised that, okay, he was having so much experience, and this fellow came just now as a technology, and he is replacing me, that, okay, he is telling that this person will develop cancer in the next 1 year.
Exactly.
But he was thinking, I could have used this technology 2 years back, I could have saved his life much earlier.
Exactly.
So this is how the technology is helping us to use that, right? So creativity, I told, right? It is not stopping the creativity, but enhancing the creativity. This way, right? So for example, let's say you are in the media, right? You wanted to create a better video. You have your creativity, no doubt in that, but it will help you to create a better video than what you are thinking. So that will increase your enhance the creativity, right?
We spoke about the positive side of AI, but there must also be a negative side. I also want to talk on that because recently when I was doing a research, I learned how much of water it uses, clean water, to generate data. So is there any like measures or solutions that it can be reduced if not prevented?
Yes, yeah. So that is where now technology is getting matured, right? When very first it came, it took a lot of power, right? When you say power, means compute power to train that, right? GPU is required. GPU requirement was very high, right? But now the things has changed, right? The technology has changed because NVIDIA is one of the technology front runner. They have developed the technology which will take a lesser power to train the same model what it was happening 2 years back. Second thing, they have developed a SLM, right? SLM is a small language model. Okay, so small language model is a specific model, right? It requires a smaller amount of power with higher efficiency to train it. Okay, so you don't require that. Okay, that let's say we have to transport a small chair from one place to another place. It doesn't require truck, right? So it's the same thing. Large language model doesn't require everywhere. You can use SLM, the new technology, and you can train it, fine tune it, and you can use it as per your purpose. So that way you are going to reduce the power consumption as well as whatever is required to generate the power. It's water or the energy, right? So that is how the technology is changing. The third thing, the governance, right? When it started, the governance was not that much strong. Now everyone is coming with a responsible AI. Responsible AI means whenever you are going to use the AI technology, you should be using it responsibly. Responsibly means it should not impact the society. It should not create a bad effect to anywhere, right? In the environment. Like if you are using so much of water or any environmental natural existing things, it's a not responsible uses, correct? So responsible AI is now coming from each and every country, right? So for example, European Union has defined their own responsible AI. So that tells that when you are going to use that, this is the way to use that, how you will be using. Similarly, each country is coming with their own responsible AI uses. So that is also coming to the fact that will help to reduce all these kind of challenges.
I have 3 questions from your this answer. You mentioned SLMs. Firstly, is it a substitute to LLMs?
Yes, you can say one way yes. SLM is a small language model, right? So small language model will be having a effectiveness almost similar what you are looking for, but its size will be lesser. So for example, you might have heard GPT 4.0, right? It's a multi-model language, right? So they have developed a 5.4, right? OpenAI and Microsoft together, and they have put into the market. This 5.4 is having 90% your application can run on 5.4, and the size is maybe 50% lesser than your current large language model. So it is not substitute, but it is telling that okay, you have a option to choose, pick and choose, right?
Based on the project.
Right, based on your organization need, based on your data, based on your.
Can you give us real life, real world examples of on which places can SLMs be used and in which places LLMs can be used?
Yeah, good question. So, see, mainly SLM can be used where you are having a less compute power requirement, less data analysis is there, right? So let us take example, right? We are having a call center, right? So call center, maybe every day you might be getting a call. You might be bot will be there. Bot will be using that. It doesn't require a huge processing of the data. It's having a very specific thing. Let's say my call center is related to IT industry. It is very specific, right? Okay, someone is asking, okay, my laptop is not working, my Windows is not opening, my OS is not crashing. Very limited kind of a thing is there. You doesn't require a huge amount of data to train. That way, it is SLM will be required. But when it comes to processing of image, processing of text, processing of audio together, right? Definitely you need a large language model because it converts all three things together with a huge processing and it requires a huge amount of knowledge, right, to do.
You also mentioned about responsible AI, which I really liked because sometimes I also have this question in my mind because I don't think what kind of regulation does AI or ChatGPT or all sort of bot has, but because we can ask anything and everything. What if somebody who has a criminal mindset goes and asks something that's not appropriate? Do we have regulation on that? And how can we be responsible? And how can AI be responsible to guard that?
Yeah. So for any applications, there are 3 layers are there. One is your user interface layer, where user will be using that, right? Second will be the data processing and guardrails, right? So guardrails are the component which check that whether this question is appropriate with respect to the particular trained model data. So ethical or the responsible part is already embedded to the model. So if you are asking something which is not trained, it will show that sorry, I don't have knowledge. Okay.
Will that also send some sort of alarm to the organization or people concerned?
That's correct. Yeah. Yes, it is being monitored. It is being monitored. So if any kind of things which is not, then it is having a monitoring system, and then monitoring system might pick up that. So monitoring system is not for this one, even for the things which is gap in my current large language model, right? So let's say I've asked some question and the model is not trained for that. So they are using that feedback mechanism to check that whether some gap is there, and they are again training the model to increase the efficiency of my model, right? But similar way, if any question which is asked which is not ethically correct, then they will check and see that who has asked this question, and some governance is already started in the different country, their own ways, right? So they already started that.
I would want to slightly divert from AI to your journey also, because it's very interesting how you are so much dedicated towards this topic altogether. But it has to start somewhere. Where did you find this love, I'd say, towards AI or technology? Was it something that you always wanted to do and evolve yourself as the machine language evolved?
No, I believe very much in God, right? So the thing is that if I say that what happens for good.
Okay.
That is the one thing, right? Yeah. So what happened that okay, I have to get into the new role, right? And this AI was picking up that time, right? So what happened that okay, this role was open. People were not interested because it's just picking up, right? 2 years back, just people were thinking it may not be that much, right? There are other technology which was already green. Okay, so always people see the green side of the posture, right? Always. So many people has not shown the interest. Um, I thought, okay, let's try that, and that kicked off. So
I like how you're saying God did it, but I think it's your curiosity also which led you towards it. Please continue.
that's that's also, but it happens like, okay, and I did my MBA from IIM Kozhikode. That time also, when I was interacting with one of the professor, he was no Professor Raju, right? He's very, I can say that intelligent, one of the intelligent professor in the IIM. What he was telling me that Rajiv, the next decade will be the data driven decade. Okay, he was not telling that okay AI will win or whatever, right? So he was telling that next decade will be the data driven decade, and if you are having a control on the data, you will rule the world, and that is what AI is going to do. So as you know, professor, he was having such kind of a vision, and he was telling me that okay, you know, fine tune yourself towards that.
That's a very beautiful thing to say as a mentor. He really guided you. But when you started working on it, was there any moment that you came across and you felt like, okay, now I see how powerful it is, and I can relate with it with what Professor Razu told me back then. Was there any moment?
Yes, 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 yes. So what happened? I will tell you one story that, right? Very, I can say that, no, very small but very powerful. What happened that, okay, one day, one of my friend, he was telling that, no, he is having a challenge that, no, to select the people in the interview. Okay. Then I told, no, what kind of a challenge? So he's telling me, I am using, these are my job description, right? They call JD, right? Job description to select the people. But practically, I don't have person who can interview. On the very first part is, how can I select the resume which is really required for me? So I don't have the person. I told boss, this is very simple. Give me 5 days time. I will develop you one application. Okay, just you upload the resume. It will tell you that how much percentage this resume is qualified for your job description. Is that okay for you? He was happy. Told yes, you do for me, and he was happy with that, right? When I sent that out, he got around 1,000 resume for a post. It is very difficult for a human being to go through all resume and all. But this 1,000 resume was done next 10 minutes that, and he is having entire report with him that okay, these resume are shortlisted for you. The biggest challenge was how can I interview the person, right? Whether it's around, no, I can say that 20% resume out of that was selected, right? But he was still not very clear that really this 20% is the correct one, right? Then he told Rajeev, I don't know whether really this 20% is correct, because nowadays chat GPT is helping to write the resume.
Exactly.
So that was the biggest challenge for me. I told, na, you have given the very right point to me. It's really correct. As a user, na, you told me the right feedback. What I can do, I will get this verified. Really, the out of this 20%, how much resume is really right resume? Then we have done. There is a call that cosine similarity, right? Cosine similarity is that nothing but your data is there. It will check with the entire your data set that okay, which similarity is what are the things similarity in the given data set. So let's say you got 10 resume. So we found that out of 20% of this around you can say 200 resume, right? We found that most of the things are common. Similarity was there. Then I asked my team, right, what you can do now? You find out that okay, how you can reject this similarity resume, because similarity means he has copy pasted or someone has helped to create that resume, right? And that has helped him to get a really, I can say around out of this 20%, again he rejected around 50%. So finally he is having 100 resume to really do the next level of the work, and he was very happy. So I saw that what is the power of this AI, right? So that kind of a very looking very simple.
Did you feel proud also?
Definitely, because it was solving the problem of someone, right? And I was helping to solve the problem.
Because I like how you mentioned that also, because since I'm also working professional and I hear a lot of my friends say that now we'll have to make resume that are AI approved. There's a thing now called AI approved resumes. Don't add photos, don't add only keywords that AI will approve. So do you think through this there is a chance that the real or most eligible person or professional for that role might be skipped if they don't have up to the mark resume?
Certain extent, yes. Certain, because see, um, if you are not going for some interview or not, definitely you should use the technology. Nowadays, without technology, you can't be selected, right? So you should use, right? Because we say, no, whatever is visible, that will be sold. So you have to show in the your resume that you are visible, right? So that is required.
Yeah, you'll have to sell yourself. And even if you don't want it, you'll have to take some help from AI because that's the
And you
first
have to-
step.
we say, no, we need nakal ke liye akal chahiye.
Yeah, that is also a very, very nice point that you mentioned because oftentimes people just if ChatGPT or AI has given them anything, they are like, oh, I think it has done research. I think it's correct. Again, the hallucination wala factor that you mentioned earlier. People do that, and the brilliant ones will, no matter what, if it takes 5 more minutes, they will sit down and they'll cross check the data, only then proceed. But there are some people will just, if the AI is given it, it's okay. I've given it the right prompt and I think it has done a good job and they move on with it. So nakal ke liye akal chahiye hota hai is the right point you mentioned. I also want to understand with you the cost savings because creating something so big on such a large scale also required a lot of monetary involvement as well. How, so how will the I say small enterprise will compete with the larger ones? And will there always be a gap or is there a way that that gap can be mended?
See, AI is helping us to increase the productivity, right? So for a smaller organization, no, it will be really very helpful, right? Like I told that, no, let's say they have to select some person, right? They can use some tool that can help them to really fine tune the people which is really required, right? Nowadays there is a also no multiple applications, no, it's a freeware, I can say, available. They can use that to generate, let's say, the ad, right, advertisement, right? Doesn't require, earlier they might have to pay a huge amount of money to create the same kind of advertisement. Now that can be reduced, right, using the our AI tool. So for a smaller business, like no posting in the no Facebook or no Instagram and all, right? So there is some applications is already there that will do create entire content, everything, and that will be posted also. So and the charge is less in that case because human is
So it is cost saving.
cost saving for them, and productivity is also there, right? They can get a better business. So they might be investing by X amount, that X plus delta will be there for ROI, return of investment, for a smaller, no?
So it's a service that one can seek for smaller enterprises, but somebody who is creating it, how much money does it take to build that?
Yeah, so that will be very specific, no? Organizations, right? Let's say some of the organization is having, let's say, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, right? They will be having a need to create their own setup, right? So they have to invest definitely, and that investment we can say that, no, in the next at least the 1 year will be required to get the ROI, return of investment, and then the another 2 years they can get the entire the benefit of this, right? So we have seen that in the area, no, wherever let's say IT industry is there, right, 15 to 20% no ROI is there. So let's say, you have ran this for another 3 years, you will be getting around 40% no return of investment. First year might be your expenditure has been covered, but rest 2 years will be giving you the return of investment of around 30 to 40%. That is a substantial gain for the industry.
Right. I'd also want to know from you since you can see I am only using the word ChatGPT or there's also AI Gemini, right? There's DeepSeek. Do you think for India, why did this not come from India? Like these are all international brands and companies and services, but what challenges are we facing, and why could we not come up with something with very our own? Like why do we not have vocal for local when it comes to AI?
No, good question. See, one thing is that generally India no wait for the maturity of the technology, Okay, so now no, now we can see that the technologies got matured. I can say that around 40-50% maturity in the technology is there. And India government has also started the campaign that we are going to develop our own model.
Yeah.
So it is already started. So there is some Indian company who are helping the India government to develop that model. So that already started, because see, any technology have some kind of a I can say that sinusoidal curve, right? It will go up, then go down and all. Now we see that it is slightly going better stage, right? AI adoption is increasing. Then I think it's good time for India to develop their own. They are doing that also.
In how many years can we see something, and how far or how ahead India is when it comes to other global leaders in terms of technological growth?
Definitely, I think we will be far better than that. Like our Telangana government, right? They started that AI city, right? I don't see anywhere such kind of a concept other than India. Okay. Similarly, if you see that government is mandating that every government organization, I'm talking about the central government organization, and every government organization must be using the AI technology. Okay, so that kind of a drive is there. Private sector, anyway, they are driving, right? So they are already ahead of the things. But I'm talking about, because until it goes to the public, it will not be having a better, I can say, adoptions, right? So government is mandating everywhere you can use, and that is going to help a lot, right? So let us take an example, right? We are facing a problem to see that how beneficial to go from here to, let's say, a particular place, Tirupati, right? So which time is beneficial for me? What will be the real? Because see, if you search, you will get confused, right? So for the travel industry, if I'm getting a really precise kind of a data, people will just start traveling. They did not require a traveler to guide them and all, because in India still I can say that um, that concept is not that I will spend on travel agency, then I will travel, right? So such concept is not, but if it is easily available, that will be helping them to really use that effectively, and they can go that which season I should go, what time I should go, when ticket will be less, right? So they can save the cost, right? So what happened that suddenly you prepare the plan, and that time your cost will be much higher. Maybe one place you will be saving, other place your travel cost might be lesser, but your hotel cost will be higher. So practically you might be having a higher cost to travel, right? So travel industry will be really benefited a lot, right, once AI adoption is happening.
So you think digital India is ready for all this? Yeah.
And I think India is having a high potential due to the diversity, due to the populations, right? 1.45 billion people. So I think it is having a huge, I can say, the diversity to use that different area I'm talking about, right? You see, in India, the doctor to patient ratio is much lesser than the America and UK. They may not be using that effectively. How we are really in need of that. If I can have a bot which can take care of the first level of the doctor, what doctor does, that will be very helpful in the rural India. Still, rural India don't have the doctor and patient. Right? So patient is there, but doctor is not there in rural India. They have to travel maybe 5-10 kilometers. Many times happen. It's very so the maternity death is much higher in India. Right? Child death is much higher in India. Right? All these are the challenges in India. So we have a diverse field to use that technology compared to the others. They are very synchronized, very stable.
While you are at it, I want to know, because that's a very interesting point you brought up. How can technology help in solving these critical issues in India? Please lead us through this, because this is a very interesting topic and many of us might not know. Because how can AI or technology help in reducing the most critical of diseases or illnesses or the crisis that India goes through?
Yeah. So one thing, I told that the primary investigation of the problem, right? Still in India, until the problem goes at the very I can say that the stage, right, where you are not able to bear that problem, only then people approach to the doctor, right? But if easily available technology is there, like I'm telling about bot, right? Like my mobile is there, right? I can use my mobile to really get diagnosed with any kind of a problem. If now you know that okay, with the face, the technology has come which can tell you that okay, whether you are having a diabetes or not, or you are going to develop the diabetes or not from the face only. It doesn't require to have a blood. So if that technology is there, that will help. Just you go stand in front of your mobile phone, it will tell that okay, how is your current health diagnostic, right? So your vital parameter will be just taken from the image. That technology will be really good. So that what AI is going to help.
And how much will be the accuracy of this?
Yes, that is the still a challenge. That is what the very first point we discussed, right? So accuracy is still there. That is why the adoption is less. Healthcare is one where we need 100% accuracy. 100% accuracy.
Even 99.9 can be very scary situation.
So that is why the adoption is still with the doctors only. Directly not with the people, right? Like a mobile phone, we can use that, right? So it will take certain time. Once the entire technology get matured with respect to the hallucinations, with respect to the, I can say, bias and fairness, right? Bias and fairness is the another challenge, right? With respect to the security of data. Let's say I'm telling everything to my bot, right? Whether these all things are getting into the somewhere.
Yeah, it is going somewhere. It is being recorded.
Correct. So it's not secure, right? So until that kind of things comes, I don't think we will be in the such situation to use that. But slowly the things will come, because when we started the mobile phone, only the high profile people used to have mobile phone. They don't give the number also. Okay, even they give the number, they say that don't call me. So, but now mobile has become I can say a commodity kind of a things, right? Everyone will be having 2 or 3 mobiles, right? So the time will come. Yeah.
Is online medical apps a better solution for now? Because as you mentioned, India is getting digitalized, and we can, even if we are in a rural area and we know about like this app Practo, you can go and doctors are listed there, and you can meanwhile have the online consultation. If not directly rely on phone to give you data and all, at least a doctor can digitally help you. So that's a way forward.
Yes, because we have used that during our COVID time also, right? COVID time, but still adoption rate was very less. The reason was the reliability, right? Reliability of what we are telling, what he is understanding, right? Many times it is when doctor and patient sits
In front,
face. From face also doctor understand many things, right? Expression, nerves, right? All these things are now not really I can say 100% getting transmitted in the image, right? Image will be still virtual, right? So adoption is slightly less, but probably as technology changes, the things will improve. Like from image we can see that what you are thinking, what is your behind your mind, right? About the current question or the current answer behind my mind, right? Whether I'm thinking to answer this way or that way, right? So the technology will come from the image, you will be able to understand all these things, but hopefully it should be used in the positive way.
While there are many other things, like we are using AI chatbots, that is for sure. Many of us are already using it on a high scale. But apart from that, what are the services that viewers might not know, but they are using directly or indirectly when it comes to AI? The services.
We are using that multiple places. Like when we are booking the tickets, right? They are also using the AI to find out that which is the best train to seat to assign you, right? So that also algorithm is there. So AI is being used. Recently, I can say that like complexity of I can say that data, right? To decision making, right? With the data, right? Let us take, we are having a IIT exams, right? How can you allocate the seat to the people, right? So there also they started using the artificial intelligence to see that how fast I can find out that okay, the seat can
exactly,
even in the local MSET and all kind of a thing. So that we are not knowing that, but indirectly we are using
exactly, which is why, because people often might no, because there's still a debate. Like when you said, when you were starting, people not sure, should we go towards AI, should we follow that path? Because at that time morally people were like, no, we cannot support AI because it will take our jobs. So people were not ready to accept it. And even today there's this debate going on, should we choose AI? Because there is still section of people who questions the eligibility of AI. So what do you have to tell to them, because they are using it in some way or the other, if not directly?
Yeah, I can say, see, whether we want to adopt it or not, some technology will come to you.
Yeah. We cannot escape it.
We cannot expect, like AI will be like that. Whether we want to adopt it or not, the day will come, you have to start using it, right? I can say the older people, right, maybe 80s now, they were telling that no, 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 mobile phone is not required to me, I'm okay with all this, no, face to face conversation and all. Now 80 age people are using mobile phone, and they are using more than us.
Yeah, sending reels, WhatsApp posts. Yeah.
Because technology came to them and they forced that, okay, you start using it, right?
And for a generation who are very rigid on trying new things, and they adapted it very quickly.
Correct. So the sometimes it's happened that even you try to stop it, some technology will come and ask you to start using it. You cannot escape from that.
Like, this conversation has been very insightful for me. So I really like how you are decoding everything in a most layman term, because most of the terms that technology has, we just listen the term and we are scared. Oh my God, this means something very serious, critical. But you have decoded it for us very nicely. I'd also want you to decode. While I was doing my research, I came across this video of Jeffrey Hinton. He's often known as the father of AI. He he now is fearful himself. He thinks, since AI has taken so much of space in our real life world, it might create a very huge pay gap. The rich will be getting richer and the poor will have no benefit of it.
Yeah, that
How can we prevent that? Because that's a very big issue. And for a country like India, it's a developing country still. We still have a long way to go. We can be a 5 trillion economy, but there's still a gap. Rural India still has to come very ahead or forward to meet the urban India. So how can, if that happens, I think the gap will get even more bigger. How can we prevent that from happening?
see the one thing, the skill development. So skill development is the way forward to harness this kind of a challenge. That is the one. Second is the government policy. Okay, so government policy will help the people to understand the things, right? What is the new job market, and they should get trained based on the government policy, right? So, and then the third thing is that, okay, bringing awareness in the society about the challenge, right? Because even if you are just closing your eyes and you're thinking that challenge will pass, but it will hit you, right? So that is what the technology will do, that, right? Even we are thinking, okay, I will not adopt it, okay, let this be, I will not be, but it will come through you and it will just hit you, right? And at that time you will be maybe unbalanced to take care of yourself.
Been in this profession for so long, what skills do you think the youngsters or young generation has to adopt or adapt to be in the race with AI, I'd say, because AI is taking a lot of.
I was expecting this question. So one thing is that our young generation should not be only talking about the AI. Okay, they should be, definitely AI skill will be required. So to become a AI enabled person, you must be knowing Python, you must be knowing the AI ML technology, right? You must be knowing the prompt engineering, right? How to do the prompt engineering and all. You must be knowing that how to use the ethical way of the coding, right? All the things are how to use the guardrails, right? Different guardrails and all. So these technology is required. But the biggest thing is the uses using the hardware. Okay, that India is lacking. Okay, so in a last 1 year, NVIDIA has become the most richest organization. Okay, and that they are not creating any kind of different AI. They are selling the hardware, which is the
GPU, yes.
And we are lacking in that. We are only talking about, okay, you have to get trained in the AI ML, but how about the GPU? How about the infrastructure that will be running this AI ML? That is really required to be. I can say there should be a set of engineer who should be working on that area. There should be a set of engineers who should be working in this area. Until these combinations are coming, we might be lagging the leadership role, right, in the world. We might be just serving the other countries, right?
You mentioned our leadership role, and I cannot skip what a great leader you have been. You have also received many awards and certificates of being a great leader. When you see your team members or your juniors thrive in this field, do you feel that sense of pride in yourself also? Because you also came from somewhere, and now that you are here and you are watching the same journey, different people, but they are also walking the same journey, right? So do you feel that sense of pride?
Yeah, definitely. Because see, you are the leader when you have a team. The day team is not there, you are not a leader. Okay. So definitely, if you want to grow, your team should be also thriving in the same manner. Otherwise, no, your leadership will be for a certain day, right? So you should have that quality that your team should be having a similar kind of a skill. They should be also gaining the knowledge, right? They should be having a some kind of team bonding with the knowledge, as well as the, I can say that, challenges, all these things, right? So that is definitely required. Yeah.
Since you're here, I have a personal request, because what happened 2 days back in India with Air India flight was very, like, it was traumatizing for many, devastating for India as a country. If there's a scope, or if we are already doing it, to build a system or a software that can gauge the defect that airplanes or aircrafts have, that would have saved a lot of lives. I think I don't know what the exact reason is not out yet, but that's a technical glitch in some way. So if there's a device or a software that could monitor all those things, lives could have been saved. So are we creating that? Are we building, or are we on the way to building?
Not in the airlines industry, but in the other industry area, right? Like, now we are having a we are having a multiple kind of a customer, right? And if any kind of a problem, let's say in the area, there is a ticket, right?
Exactly.
Incident or ticket,
raise a
right?
ticket.
Raise a ticket, right? Or raise incident, right? How can we reduce the incident, right? By proactive monitoring the things, right? So whatever that happens, right, we still have to get the data. But here what I'm telling, if you are doing proactive monitoring and reducing the inflow of the tickets, right, incident of the problem, that will help to stabilize your system. And that required in any I can say that, devices, right? Whether it's a healthcare device, whether it's a transport and all, right? Definitely it is required. Because if I proactive monitor and find out, okay, this could my AI can predict that this can fail, and that is where our usage of the technology will be more useful, right? And definitely I think it is now going to come. So what we are doing currently is a very, I think, different area, but practically I think this technology will go, because once problem comes, there will be solution definitely coming up. So I hope that solution will be definitely there.
Near future.
Yes.
Yeah. It has been a very balanced conversation where you guided us with the achievements that India has done in the sector of AI, and the drawbacks and the loopholes that we still have to cover. In next 5 years, where do you see India as a technological leader?
Yeah. See, I say next 3 years.
Oh.
Don't go up to that, 5 years. 5 years is a long term, because technology will change.
Yeah, because it's a fast
evolving technology.
Yeah.
So I say in the next 3 years, India will be leading the AI field, and they will be, maybe competing with US, Europe. We are already competed, right?
Yeah.
I already.
That's not our competition anymore.
So we are not directly competing with America, right? USA. So definitely, I think next 3 years, America will be competing with that, and we will not be only giving a service to the industry. In the next 3 years, we will be creating a multiple kind of innovative things that will help the world. That is what India is going to lead, and AI will be the one of the area where India will be leading that definitely
in next 3 years.
Next 3 years, right? Because I see that, okay, it's already 2-3 years now where the technology maturity is gone 70%. Another 1 years it will become around 80-90% maturity, and then next 2 years I think we will be really.
We'll compete with US.
Yes, I think we should be in this area especially. US because of not only the IT industry, they are having multiple different powerful things, right? Innovations, right? That is why US is US. Innovation is still lagging in India, And I think due to the startup culture, right, and due to the funding, right, which is coming to all the startups and all, now India is also becoming the innovation hub. eh? Like we have our, here T hub is there, right, Telangana hub is there, right. I keep visiting there also. I saw that very vibrant kind of environment where people are, sitting together, working on some, problem statements, right. That culture was not there 10 years back or 15 years back. So it is creating a totally different kind of a startup, no, I can say ecosystem, which will make India, compete with the, powerful countries, right, who is currently in the same, innovation culture, right. That culture has come to India, definitely.
I also want to point out, since you said that we are still a long way to match with with the USA, but India is known for being the highest provider of IT engineers. We have the resource that we know. Human resource is not something of our concern. But why is still that gap?
No, so that is innovation culture. So, see, there is two ways. Do we have any Google kind of a thing in India? We're still using it. Do we have any operating system? No. Do you have any kind of a processor which is developed by India? Intel, AMD, everything is coming from them only, right? So this innovation culture is still missing. Until unless we are innovating something which is leading the world, I don't think the gap will be fulfilled. So we have to still fulfill. We are the person who can take the technology. I can say that, no, applied engineer, right? There is a two kind of engineer. One is a core engineer, another is applied engineer. So we still have to become the core engineer, and then only we will complete. We are the applied engineer. That is also required, definitely required, and we are good in that. But this core engineer part is still missing, right? Everyone want their kids to go into the computer science, but no one wants their kids to go into the core engineering, that where the innovation is really required. So applied engineer will give you the return very quicker, but core will be giving you the slightly delay return. But that is the nation.
But will have a bigger impact. Do you think that we are a country which thrives on employee mindset rather than a leadership mindset?
That is what I think, I should have used the same word. I think that employee and entrepreneurship is the two different things, right? So we are still lacking the entrepreneurship world, right? We think that this is the risky, we cannot do it. But if you go to the other countries, right, I visited multiple countries and all, we see that their mindset is not only to become an employee. They want to employ someone and give the job. And that mindset, I think we are there almost. I think, but still we have to.
Also, I think this comes because we are not a developed country. We are still developing, and people have a lot of baggage behind. They have, say, family pressure, financial crisis. Many things lead towards that mindset.
That's correct. That's correct. But I think now this gap is slightly, I can say, or I can say, it due to the government policies, right? They are funding. There are multiple investors are there, right? They come and if you're really having a good technology, they wanted to pay you. People are sitting with the money, and they are telling that if you can bring the idea, I'm ready to pay you. So such culture has come. But only the change, we have to do that. We have to become more innovative mindset. That part is still, I think, we are lacking, right, compared to that. And patience, right? We want quick money.
Quick money, quick returns.
Correct, quick returns. That will not happen. It will take time. Your innovation will not be giving a quick money. Like today you have done, and next 6 months they will be giving you ROI, return of investment. Yeah.
Lovely. I wanted to send out a parting message because it has been such an insightful conversation. I have been telling this throughout the interview, but really, for somebody, I told you in the beginning, I'm not from the tech background, but you made this conversation really easy, and I can understand how tech works. And not just me, even our viewers will get a better idea of how they are making use of AI, even without knowing.
That's good.
Even who are opposed to using AI might be using it, and that's how you have decoded it for our viewers. So thank you so much. One message to the viewers watching, and how India is going to be a leader in next 3 years that you have claimed. Please go ahead and tell that to our viewers.
So one thing I want to say, adoption of technology need of the hour. Okay, you cannot escape the adoption of the technology by telling that no, that okay, this is going to either no remove my job, or it will no create some kind of a scarcity of the job, right, in the market. But we have to think the other way. It will maybe removing some part of the job, but it might be creating, let's say 30% job has been removed, but it will create another no 100% of the job in the different area. Like I was telling that no, everywhere there should be a no bot who will be no talking to the people, right? So in that way there will be a travel agent, a bot will be there, right? Just you go and so once you start traveling, it creates lots of no, I can say, business in the different area of the country, right? So that is going to help to create a bigger market inside India only, right? So maybe one area might be down, but it can open the door of the multiple area. So that is what I want to say, that let's use the technology and try to use in the different area, so that it will increase the number of business, number of, I can say that adoption in the different market, right? So that will help to, I can say that India will become maybe the 5 trillion to another next step, right? So that is what our next aim is, right?
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been such an insightful conversation. I learned so much from you. Our viewers learned so much from you. And as you said, new innovations will bring new opportunities. And that's a very beautiful parting sentence that you said. Thank you so much for doing this with us. The Hans India really enjoyed having you on our show. Thank you so much. It was lovely having you.
Thanks. I think it's a very, I think, insightful conversation. And thank you for this entire this setup and all this and giving the time to ask the question. It's a really nice question, I guess.
Thank you. I did not want to sound, oh, noob. I did my research. I went through everything. I wanted to match up to your level. So I hope I did. I justified your stature.
Really very good question. Thanks for that.
Thank you so much. It is important. What we do is also as important, because parting knowledge and parting information is as important as creating something. And we're also creating knowledgeable mindset out here. So thank you so much for pointing that out. That was Rajeev Ranjan Kumar with us, with so much on technology that even I did not know. And with his brilliant expertise, we now know so much about AI and how we are making most of it in our daily lives. So this is Gyansha Malik. Stay tuned for more such informative podcasts.